What is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993. This is episode number 276 of WWE Turn Alert. As we're going to talk about the heel turn that happened at the end of this past week's episode of Monday Night Raw from August 7, 2023. And that is Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, Nakamura had an interesting night on this past Monday. He wrestled Bronson Reed in a very weird feud. People were fighting over ones who had beef with Bronson Reed, like Ricochet and Shinsuke and Ciampa. It was a weird, strange feud. Especially for Ricochet and Shinsuke. If it was just to kind of get them a mini feud to do to build Money in the Bank, fine. But again, it just made no sense because they're fighting Bronson Reed, which was weird. But anyways, he fought Bronson Reed. He won clean. That's the second time that he's beaten Bronson clean because he qualified for Money in the Bank by beating Bronson. And he beat Bronson on Raw. Well, then Sami Zayn, who apparently is dealing with a legitimate injury, if we didn't see the photo of the elbow, got ridden out of his tag match with Seth and Cody versus the Judgement Day. So Shinsuke offered to step in. Rollins was like, okay, cool, I trust you. Shakes his hand. Well, after the match, and the babyfaces are celebrating, you do see Cody and Seth get up on the ropes and celebrate. You see Shinsuke in the background, not getting on the ropes, just kind of chilling, staring down Seth. And they're like, wait a minute, why isn't he celebrating too? As soon as Seth gets down, bam! Kinshasa! Takes out the world champ, and he just flees as Cody and Sami are out there. They're both like, what are you doing, Shin? What are you doing? And he walks away. So, of course, the question is, why? Well, of course, we kind of had a tease of a Shinsuke heel turn a few weeks ago whenever he took out Ciampa, whenever Ciampa interfered in Shinsuke's match with Bronson Reed. And he told people he was tired of people getting involved in his business, which is true. But I guess could this be him, now that he's, has that chip on his shoulder, now he's targeting the world champion, setting the bar high or something? I don't know. But of course, as I mentioned in my Raw review, Triple H wrote this show. Now, my thing I even mentioned too is, why would Triple H want to do what he's doing when he knows Vince is going to be coming back from his medical leave and whatever he has going on with him being subpoenaed? Why would Triple H still set this stuff up when he knows that Vince is probably going to come back and pull the plug on it anyways, Unless his mindset is maybe if I prove I can do it good, maybe, I can prove him wrong. Which, cool, would be great to do, but I don't trust that. The moment, again, I'm not getting on this bandwagon of, Triple H isn't back in full control again because Vince is out. Okay, but it's temporary. If that wasn't the case, I could see this be a good way to, build up Shinsuke again. The last time he was a heel didn't go so well, in my opinion. They turned him heel because they wanted to keep the feud with him and AJ going after WrestleMania 34 and needed a heel. So they picked Shinsuke because AJ just got out of being a heel, I believe it was. But, again, like I said, even when they've given him the U.S. title or Intercontinental title, he never defends them. I don't know why they do that. I don't know, though. Well, but my thing, here's what I'm concerned about. And I think I mentioned this in my Raw review as well. Even though there has to be some other way for Cody to get to WrestleMania. I talked about what they may do, and I'm like, I still don't think it would work. Because of the story with Cody and Roman. Because Cody did have a tease toward Roman saying how Brock Lesnar acknowledged him at SummerSlam. I'm hoping they're not throwing Shinsuke into the world title picture just so they can do a triple threat at Payback. And just so Shinsuke can be the one to take the pin to protect both Seth and Cody. That's what I'm worried they're going to do. I don't want this to be a thing where they only threw him in there just so he can eat the pin. Like they did with Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Kane at Rumble 2023. I'm sorry, 2018, whatever it was. But I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I mean, maybe it could work this time. The last time, I don't know. I just wish we can get NXT Shinsuke again. I mean, I hear a lot of times that most of his best work in New Japan was as a heel. If Triple H can book him right, he can excel as a heel. And the other thing too, and I keep saying this too, this Raw roster for Raw gives me vibes from the 2019 draft when Paul Heyman was briefly executive producer. There was a lot of like fresh faces on the roster. It was a very, very fresh roster that gave people like Shinsuke opportunities to be built up again. I really feel like this roster again with Cody and Seth and Shinsuke and Sami and Gunther and Kevin, Finn, Damian, all those guys, Dominic, all these guys could easily like benefit from a roster that doesn't have a Roman Reigns on it. Or an LA Knight, even though he's doing stuff on Raw with The Miz, I guess now, back and forth. I don't know what the whole idea behind that is. But again, there's something there that creates a lot of opportunities for people on Raw. And I really think Shinsuke can benefit from this roster. The question though is if Triple H how much control can Triple H get on this? Because there's also another news concerning Triple H that I will save for my SmackDown review. No, wait. Yeah, SmackDown review later on in the week. Later on this weekend I'm going to do it at some point. I might do that one live also. Raw, I'm trying to... Well, okay. Anyways, but, you know. So yeah, that's my thoughts though on Shinsuke Nakamura's heel turn. Like I said, it could work if Triple H is, in charge. But the moment Vince McMahon gets his grubby hands on, this is going to fall off again. And again, I'm hoping they're not building for this just to do a triple threat and Shinsuke's the one to eat the pin. But we'll see what happens. So that are my thoughts on Shinsuke Nakamura's heel turn. What are your guys' thoughts on Nakamura's heel turn, him going after the world champion Seth Rollins? Make sure you guys leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at @theclubwiththeman93. And also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at @theclubwiththeman1993. And as always, guys, please stay tuned for more WWE Turn Alert. For I am the man himself.